Beyond the sunset, oh blissful morning. Beyond the sunset, when day is done. Beyond the sunset, oh blissful morning. Beyond the sunset, when day is done. You can't harm a hair on my head. You know that. On any of our heads. That's why you work so hard with your little human, half-human armies to do what you do. That's why you've been working so hard, because you know we are more powerful than you. We have the power. You all are powerless. And you see, we're beginning to realize that. We know this. We hold the power. We are the warriors. And you guys are scared little cowards. That's what you are. You're scared cowards, and you know this. Which is why you're working overtime. Trying to, hide your own butts and do it behind all of our backs. It only makes sense. It only makes sense. That's what you're doing. How else could it make any other sense? You could have depopulated us long ago with, poisoning our water or our food supply, which you have, I will admit. But, you could have got it done in, one straight blast. But you didn't. Because you can't. Because you know it's been written that you cannot. So you can be sneaky and you can do it these ways. But that's the whole problem. That's what it is. You know that we are the ones that have power, because we are the spiritually awakened. We have our Creator and our Maker on our side. And you, what you have is no promise of tomorrow. And I think you all know that. You know what you're doomed to. And you're just not content with that, are you? Not content at all. And I'm right. It's obvious now. I see it. I see how obvious this is. The way you go about things, it only makes sense. Because you could have wiped those of us that you target, or you find that are spiritually awakened, or that know what you're doing. You could have wiped us out a long time ago. But you can't. You can't. You cannot do it. Because you don't have the power to do so. And you're afraid of us. And if we would just realize that that's what's going on, that you are actually afraid of us, we would have a whole different world. And we're still gonna. It's gonna be much different than your world, because yours is doomed. Your world is doomed, the one you're going to. And this one may be too, but what you know is that we are going to ascend. We are going to where you wish you could be, and you don't like that. So you're going to try to look to see if you can bring as many as you can to the other side. Because it amazes me, the things that are left on the television for us to see, for us to partake of and learn from. I know y'all well enough from what you've done to me. You wipe out videos like that. You make sure the ones that really need to be seen don't get shown. But yet, when you go to any television, YouTube, anything, you will immediately see things that we are all looking into, thinking that maybe, possibly, that's it. But, you allow them to be, mainstream, the first ones that pop up for you to click on. And if those were the right ones, if those were the correct ones, and those were the correct answers, you wouldn't allow those on TV. You wouldn't allow us to partake of that in a book, on television, or in any other manner. It all makes sense now. And you're starting to see that the videos that some of us are uploading that come from actual individuals, and not some of those that hit the big time, so we're the biggest UFO, blah, 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 whatever, in the world, or so. I mean, I can go on and on and on. It's the ones that are humble and kind, and those are the ones you try to keep their videos off, because how are we seeing all these mainstream videos of UFOs that you're suddenly let flow through now where everyone can see them? And now we're like, ooh, there are UFOs. It only makes sense what's going on, because that's still the wrong answer. You're okay if we believe that. You just don't want us to know the truth. And the truth is that there are spiritual beings and entities from whatever dimension you want to call it, and I call it hell or doomed, that are here mimicking and portraying so many other things that they are not. It's very clear to me now. I don't have to have the answers anymore, because there's the answer. What you allow to be seen that you can actually control, or what you push into the mainstream media, tells me that's not the right answer. But those that like have just a small handful of followers, or those that keep uploading and uploading until they finally get that video on there, it's only allowed because you still think they only have a small handful of followers, so what's it gonna hurt? They're gonna be the ones that they're the conspiracy theorists, or they're the ones that's not believed, so you have nothing to worry about. But you're wrong. You're wrong. You have so much to worry about, because we know. It doesn't take a TV show, it doesn't take a book, it doesn't take a college professor or conditioner to tell us anymore, because we already know. And more and more and more of us are waking up. And you know this. But that is making sense. It's not UFOs. There's not aliens from other planets. There is definitely something else out there. But it's through a dimension. It's through a dimensional wall. I mean, none of us have been to the moon or Uranus, which, well, actually my ex-husband probably went there a few times. But besides that, not my Uranus. Never mind. I'm gonna leave it at that. But beside that, like, we just have clips and videos of things that are shown to us, and we gotta take y'all's word for it, just like we had to when we were in kindergarten. When we were a little bitty kid sitting there being conditioned, coming at the ring of a bell and going at the ring of a bell. And whatever you had to tell us, or whatever you had to tell the teachers to tell us, that's what we had to do. And you guys are liars. You're liars. You've been lying the whole time. And it's so clear. And you lose. You've already lost. And you don't even know it. Well, actually, you do. But your little minions, they don't know it. You should have told them the truth, because your minions, they're going with you. They're going with you. They're going to be drugged to hell with you. And hell, or, you know, that burning planet, or I don't care, whatever you want to call it, that's where you're going. You're going to the pits of somewhere where you do not want to be, because it's going to be misery, a permanent misery that never ends. Never, ever ends. Like I said, your little TV was designed to spy on us, to condition us, to teach us things that what you wanted us to believe. But you know what happened? We took your platforms and we utilized them to the greater good. We turned that crap around on you. It's kind of funny, huh? Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? That's what I thought. Wow. I understand now. I understand. You can hide behind that tree all you want. I see you, little minion.